We recently did rehome one of the older cats. Hello, my name is Mariah. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a little while. Part of the reason I have not filmed a video in a little while is if you've been watching my videos in my channel for a while, you know that we had 3 cats, 2 that have been together a long time. We added a kitten, and there's been a lot of cat issues the last few months. I haven't really filmed in the last couple months because it's just felt stressful. Most of the time when I feel like I have time to actually film a video like this tends to be after the kids are in bed, but then I have this constant fear of like, are we going to accidentally let one cat out and they're going to fight with the other cat because we've been keeping them separate. I don't know, so it just hasn't felt good. We recently did rehome one of the older cats. By the time I post this, it'll probably be like a couple weeks ago. It's been good. I miss him a lot. And every time I think about him, I usually start to tear up a little bit. And it was really hard the first few days. Basically what has happened is we have these 2 cats that have been together pretty much their whole lives. But one of them got a surgery. They got a tooth pulled and their teeth cleaned a while back last spring. And ever since, they've just been at odds. If they're around each other, they will fight. One of them kind of like seeks out the other one. So it's not even like I have an upstairs, downstairs cat situation to keep them separate because they just want to be able to go everywhere. It's been a lot of keeping doors closed, toddlers figuring out how to open doors, which leads to cat fights. And, it wasn't going great. We tried cat collars, we tried plug-ins, we tried, switching rooms a lot. We tried feeding them on opposite sides of a door but near each other, all this sorts of stuff. And even when it kind of seemed like something was helping a little bit, I feel like we never made enough progress before we accidentally would have another cat fight. It just wasn't going well at all. In the last couple of months, we've had a couple more issues where we've ended up having to bring a cat to the vet. Henry, the smaller cat, the one that's kind of been the one being attacked, he ended up getting a big abscess in a spot that got like bit or scratched. He got an infection and had to have this huge thing cut out of him. He had all these stitches. He had a cone for 3 weeks or something like that right before Christmas. So that was a mess and awful. And then our other cat, the aggressor, Marvin, he once got his claws hurt a little bit after that because he was trying to get to Henry, and Henry was doing a pretty good job of staying away from him, but then his claws got all bent, so I had to take him to the vet because I was worried about it getting infected, so he had to get some medication, and it's just been a nightmare, honestly. A little while back, actually, one of sort of my husband's coworkers, they don't really like work together, but they work in the same place. They had been chatting, and he had seen these big scratches on my husband's arm from one time when my husband tried to stop a cat fight. And they kind of got to talking about it, and we found out this couple was looking to adopt a cat soon. They kind of, they'd only been married a few months. They kind of wanted to, get settled before they brought in something else to take care of. They also had a trip coming up in January. I think it was a wedding they were going to. So they wanted to get through all of that before they adopted a cat. So we kind of were talking to them a lot about it, and we officially decided this needs to happen. As sad as it is and as hard as it is, we do need to rehome a cat because we can't just keep them closed up forever. They were both so anxious, they weren't living happy lives. And then there's the added variable of our kitten, who is now 1. Happy birthday, Joey. I don't know, it wasn't really fair to him either to constantly have this like switch happening of all these cats, and I don't know, honestly, just a huge mess. Yeah, so right now when I'm filming this, like a week and a half ago, we rehomed Marvin. We chose him to rehome because, for one, I think he's just going to generally be the healthier cat, so I think he's easier to rehome in that way. He's always adjusted a lot better every time that we've moved, so that was another good thought, a good reason, a good check mark for rehoming him. He also pretty much is just attached to me. He's kind of scared of the kids. He gets annoyed by Joey when Joey tries to play with him. He's like okay with my husband, but kind of fears him. So we thought, he will really do the best being an only cat. And he's also food motivated. So once he realizes who his feeders are, it shouldn't take too long for him to, settle in okay. So we went through the process. We gathered up a few things. He went with his carrier, a cat bed, some food, a couple toys, his normal cat bowls that he eats out of. And it's been good. We've been getting some updates here and there. I've heard he has slept on their bed. He has gone on one of their laps before. He'll meow at them for food. He'll greet them. So I think he's doing really well. It's been really nice because the people that took him, they aren't people that I know very well. I've met them. My husband knows them a little bit better, but we're not like friends with them, just acquaintances. So it's not like, we live with this, we would see him all the time because we'll be at their house or anything like that. So I think that's really good for him. It's good for us. I still really miss him, and it's hard to think about him attaching to other people. It's hard to think about him being somebody else's cat when he's been my cat since he's been like 3 months old. So I think it's hardest for me because he was bonded to me mostly. The kids still ask about him a bit. They'll say, like, oh, I miss Marvin, or, that sort of thing. But, but you know what? It's been good. I think he will be a lot happier in the long run as he adjusts and gets used to the new home. I think he will be a lot happier. Henry will also be a lot happier. I can already tell he's a lot happier. He is more playful. He isn't so anxious as he walks around the house. It's been good for Joey too because he has the consistency now of just one cat. We're not constantly switching out cats and keeping some closed up, and I don't know. So they're playing, so that's good for them. So they've been getting along pretty well. So it's been good. I guess I just wanted to share that with all of you because I know I've shared bits here and there of what's been going on with our cats and everything. It's been wild. Not something I ever thought would have happened. I always thought, you're in PetSmart and you see the cats in the little boxes and you're like, oh, I feel so bad for the cat. I'd never rehome my cat. I'd always make it work. But sometimes you just can't make it work. So if you're in this situation, I would say don't feel bad, because I think I feel really bad. I feel like I messed up our cats. I feel like it's my fault that this happened, and I still kind of feel like that, but there's nothing I can do about it. I can't go back and change anything that I did or didn't do, and for all I know, I could have done everything differently, and it still could have ended up with the same result. So if you have to rehome your cat, I am so, so sorry. For whatever reason, whether it's fights, allergies, whatever, I will pray that your cats do well, because that's also very sad to think about. Just, I don't know, your cat having to get used to a whole new life. If you have any other questions for me, or just maybe this has happened to you, feel free to drop me a question or comment below. Let me know how your cats are doing. If you've gone through this before, how did it go when you had to rehome a cat? I really do hope that this doesn't happen to any of you that are watching. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully it won't be so long before I post another video, and hopefully from here on out they could be happy cat videos or other more positive things. And no more cat fights and sadness. So, alright, bye everyone. I will see you next time.